Hello everyone and welcome back to the Toy Barn. Today is a Monday evening video and we are out here tonight at about 7+ o'clock.
It's so late we're out with the owls.
Yeah. We've got a little bird up there crying because he wants to eat or something. He's worried to death because he's hearing us working out here late at night. And he's like, oh my goodness, people's out there.
Right.
But guys, we've had a big day. We've got so many items we can't get them all out. But we was out here rushing because Kathy was at her what we call a part-time day job. Doing a little bit of insurance that she does. Health and life insurance and all that.
All
right?
that
Yeah,
stuff,
all
right?
that good stuff. But we've been out here. We've had eBay sell off for us. We've had eBay Plus. We've also had Mercari. Now Poshmark's been a little quiet, so we're not too concerned about that because the trend it works with us is every 2, 3, 4 days once a blue moon. But a lot of times we'll get multiple orders on Poshmark when it goes off. But we have been busy, and we're very thankful. What we're doing seems to be working, and we'll tell you about that in a few months if it continues to work. About what we are doing to boost things a little bit.
Did you hear that?
We made another 2 sales just a couple seconds ago as I've been working out here, so we'll show you those probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow in the future depends on what.
So it depends on how things run. But we're going to sit there and we're going to be looking at right here, like I said, about 13 items are going to go out. We've got a multiple 45 LP order going out. We've got some DVDs going out. Coins, we got comics, we've got some CDs for games that's going out, computer games especially, and we got an action figure. I think I mentioned it all, didn't I?
Yeah, and we have pending orders still.
And we've got, oh my goodness, I don't know, I could be off, guys, so forgive me if I'm wrong.
3 to 5.
Well, I know I just got 2, so
well,
if we do that,
2 rings could be paid for.
it could be, but I've accepted one. There was another coming up.
Could be.
So, if everything goes right, far in we could have 6. If we've screwed up somewhere, it could be 4 to 6. So, just put it that way, right? But we're not going to keep you tonight very long because Kathy and I have a lot to do. She's going to be doing a lot of printing up here, and we've got to pack this and take this outside and get it upstairs in the office so she can print it up for the guys so we can get it out tomorrow morning real early, hopefully. But we've got 13 items going out. We appreciate it, guys. And this here is a good day. Kathy, are you ready?
You know what? I love the positivity and the positive videos, guys. Hey, folks, Kathy here, Madcap Toys. You're back in the Toy Barn. Yeah, I look a little dressy. Just got off the day job, and as soon as I got home, I didn't even get to check online what was happening with Daren today until I walked in the door, and then I looked at the phone, and I was like, oh my goodness, you must have been crazy busy. He said, yeah, I have, and so... so it was crazy. So after we had a little bit of supper, he was like, we gotta hurry because we gotta get stuff to find to do another video because we've got a lot. We don't want to hide it, so to speak. We want to share it with you guys. So we did that, and so we are out here now. But before we begin, if you haven't already, what are you doing? Subscribe to the Madcap Toys family. We want you to be a part of us. Also, make sure you hit the bell for all notifications because each and every time we upload content, of course, you're going to be the first to know, and comments, you know we love them. Just keep them coming. Before I start on the 13 over here, listing results. Daren has kept up while I've been working. I've been doing a fantastic job. Today, he put up $117.70. Kathy doesn't know she's going to be able to list tonight because by the time I get this done and get a bath to get ready for a 10 a.m. appointment tomorrow, I don't know if I'll have time to list. I'm going to try, but I did so last night. I put up $118.84. I seemingly put on not just more DVDs, but also some socks from a Target pallet that we just bought. So
well, that's a lot of the problem.
It doesn't put up a lot of money. Yeah. It really doesn't.
It sounds like we're not putting a whole lot on, but we are actually smashing those boards, guys, because some of the items are down as low as $3.98. Now, anything below $3.98 we put only on Mercari or Poshmark. Some items, if it's multi-mass, will multi-list across all venues, but most of the stuff right now we're hitting pretty hard in the 2 eBay stores because that's where probably what 80% of our sales are coming from.
It's pretty true, yeah. So most of them are coming from the eBay sites. I will say this, as of to date on our day, not your day, but our day, we have listed so far together $2,456.81. So about 1/5 of Daren's listing goal. Hopefully we'll be able to keep up the trend. There's some days that I have more on in money than he does, and most of the time he's got more money on than I do. So it's just a
well, I don't even really look at money because you know, if I'm putting on 20 items at $3 and change, it's not going to go far. You know, and there's been days we put on 50 items and it don't.
Yeah, and there's sometimes if he gets a coin buy, he gets 10 items on. He's got several $1,000s on, so it makes no sense. But we try to do it. The listing goal is really for us because we want to put that much money up in. We've got it as far as items go, and we want to make sure that we see that potential and that rise in the algorithm as we want to be.
Well, there's a couple of news points too to throw out real quick before you get going on that. I have emptied at least in the last 2 days 2 full boxes that we just recently got off Travis.
He has.
So we are finishing up all the DVDs basically from Travis.
That's good though.
And also we did from not 6th Street, but the other one. All the 45s are going to be going on.
Right.
Yeah, and then also, like I said, we've got a lot of the cassettes that are going to be going on. So,
and as we continue to move down our pile and it gets a little bit smaller, of course, I talked to Daren about a possible pallet buy that is involved with a lot of DVDs and CDs. So that is in the talking. Of course, I want to get sure and get back what we paid in for the yard sale hauls and things first before we really dig into that, just to make sure we're not having a bunch out and nothing coming back in very strong. So, yeah, so let's get to it because, guys, it is late night and, yeah, the owls are hooing and everything else.
We actually do have an owl.
We got a lot to do. Buffy was looking at us like, are you crazy walking out there this time of night through the woods to the barn? But we got to do what we got to do, folks, for sure. So let's get started. We're going to start out with Mercari. Mercari gave Daren a sale today, and it was a really good one, so we're going to shop this one out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. You would have seen it on actually Tuesday on the 8th. Some more stuff that we had sold online.
That was a noon video.
And that was a noon video. I know people that a lot of our followers are just now coming on to it. Wow, it's not a short of a toy. It's actual what sold to what sold in one day. I know it's surprising. But we had stuff that had to go out immediately that we just didn't want to just leave on the table, right? So we wanted to share those with you. All right, on Mercari, if you can see through Daren's little writing right here, it is a Morgan dollar. I love selling these Morgan dollars. We sell coins a lot, and some of them are pretty good priced and pretty good graded. This is the 1878 90% silver Morgan dollar average circulated. Of course, it was found in the desk. We have 2 different parts of the desk. So I looked through the left, then I looked through the right, and finally I found, found it, right?
There you go.
Whew, okay. And this one is going out to Matter One. Thank you so much for $50 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. So going out in the AM, going via Ground Advantage. So going out to you there. So that is the Mercari sale that we had. That just happened today, I believe, or late last night.
Yes, it did. It happened this morning. I got asked if I'd take an offer. It's about $9. I was happy to do it because it moves things. And I'm not there to collect. I'm there to sell. So
Kathy had some stuff happening last night at the Madcap Toys Plus, Daren. We had a sale. I had a sale. And then all of a sudden I had a repeat buyer that sat there and bought a bulk of records. And I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you the first sale that I saw on there. This is one of the DVDs that we just listed within less than 48 hours ago. This is Sebastian DVD from 1995. Don't know much about it. And this is going out to Joseph. Thank you so much, Joseph. Found on our media shelf. And this one sold for $8.95 plus ship. Going out to you in the AM. Again, like it looks like a drama movie or what have you, but hey, you know, we just get them. We get them in bulk and we sell them, guys. That's what we do. So I had a good friend of mine. He is now, he's also a seller on eBay, and he asked what he could get as far as a bulk deal. We went out, and you've seen our videos, I'm sure, binge watching, but I'll repeat it quickly. We went out about 2 weeks ago. We went to 2 different places. not including yard sales, and we found a bunch of beautiful 45 RPM records. We didn't really know what we had at the time when we bought them, just to be honest. He picked up the box and he walked with it.
That's usually how we do it, because a lot of times if you thumb through it, you may miss a good deal, or you get other people, especially when we go around. It seems like we get a lot of little birds that come around wanting to look at the seed.
Right, so it ranged anywhere from $1.95 to $2 roughly. I think he had a deal that was called in and they accepted it. But Daren had received quite a few. We're still going through just a little small pile of them, the rest of them, but quite a few that had the same paper sleeve of the record as the company, as well as some were promotional copies, some were radio station copies, some were plug sale copies. I don't still understand what that is. Some were just singles.
Yep.
So we didn't know that we found a little treasure, and some of these were at quite a lot. A few of them I would put up between $18.99 to $39.99 to $59.99 and so forth. So I had a fellow seller reach out to me, and he said, what could you do for me? You have 4 records available at over $127 plus ship. Will you take 100? So I went to Daren, I told him what the titles were, and I said, yeah, he'll pay the media mail shipping, and we'll probably have to refund him, of course, the money, because it added all the shipping the way it did. And he asked if we could combine, and I said, yes, all of it. So yes, we'll do it. He did it last night. Tonight's my night to help give back that remaining back to him for the good service that he provided to us.
And hopefully we've made a friend, but not just a friend, a possible, I don't want to call it, I'm going to just say it as
just
outlet, source, you know what I mean, to where maybe we can help each other out here.
Right, right, absolutely. Just call it like you want, right? Yeah. But there are 4 records here, and I'm going to shout them off to you. And they were all in the original sleeve, which I thought was super uber cool. This one is from Capitol Records, so the same sleeve. From Joe Monty was on it. Hurt Myself, Please Send Me Someone to Love. And that was the first one. I'm going to tell you the total after the fact, guys, okay? Second of all, don't know if she's a relative, but she sung on this record for me on my mom's side. From Coral Records, Barbara Wells, When a Woman's in Love, and Pretty Boy. So he bought this one as well. Third one. Let's look here. Frank Polk, yes, from Capitol Records. Capitol Records, Frank Polk, True Love, High, Wide, and Handsome. And these were all found on the media shelf. And lastly, from Capitol Records, Sharon Marie, Summertime and Runaround Lover. So these were all the ones that were, you know, they were priced pretty good. And also I was trying to be, as best as I could, be comparative and competitive, right? Comparing and competing, correct? And so he bought all 4 of these. He was happy. So because he had to separate the order, so he paid shipping on top of it, but he basically bought all of those for $100 and then $4.63 media mail. I was ecstatic because, like I said, we only paid maybe a couple of bucks a piece for each.
Well, we really didn't even pay that, because I got
it's fantastic.
A lot of records. I'm not sure how many, but if you notice that the total amount was $19.98, but I got, I would say 60, 75.
Yeah, so we just dropped the price to like 27 bucks, and to me that was key, because we made our money back plus, and was really super, and Waypick got our money back from that big
and you know,
RPM
don't get me wrong, I want to make profit like everybody else, but I'm happy to deal with people, especially if we can develop especially good relationships.
Yeah, and if it comes out to be good, he wants to come back, and that's what we hope to do. So that sparked me to go to Supply Hut and get my little discount and get those 45 RPM cardboard mailers. They already told me they were on the way 24 hours ago, but they're not here yet. So I'm going to have to...
She's killing me, guys, in those comic mailers.
I'm going to have to... I know, the comic mailers keep going down fast. So I'm going to have to pack those very carefully, bubble wrap, and put them in a comic mailer. Or if not, put them in a 33 RPM mailer. If possible, but they're so big. I'm just so scared they're going to go clang, clang, bust. Don't want that.
So I have had a record break on me, but not to somebody else.
Good,
here.
So, I mean, I'm scared like that. So I want to make sure that it's right. But they have to be out tomorrow according to eBay. So I want to make sure I do my due diligence and he gets those on the way. So that is all on Madcap Toys Plus, but we are not finished.
No, we are not.
So we are going out to the Godfather site, which is eBay. And Daren has been pumping it out. I'm thinking he sat there from morning as soon as he ate some Golden Crisp cereal to his lunch to supper. He sat there all day and night listing because it shows in the listings for sure.
I worked really hard today. Now, like you know, I'm going to take probably here after this a couple, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 off, take a shower, relax for a few, watch a little news or something, and then get on there and get some more pictures, because right now we are cramming the boards, guys.
Not me, because Kathy's got to get this all packed and stacked for the AM too. More media, but this is not a record. Nope, this is a CD. It looks like it's a video game.
It is.
It's a video game.
Now, I put on probably, I want to say today and yesterday, probably about 25 various styles of video games, different companies.
It shows the back.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a picture in the front. It must be.
Well, it was crumpled.
Was crumpled. There we go.
So no
there we
sense
go.
Keeping it. Yeah.
From 1995, acclaimed CD, NBA Jam from PlayStation 1 video game. This one was found on the media shelf. She took advantage of the 20% off offer that you sent out to her. Going out to Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for $5.98.
Right.
Not too
and people are
bad.
taking advantage of that. We do have a month-long offer that you yourself can get to by going to Madcap Toys and just click it. Excuse me. You can click it and use that on any purchase you want to make from the store.
Have you been binge watching? Because this came from the Brandon buy, the Brandon buy. So if you haven't watched the Brandon video,
I figured out who Brandon bought those off of.
Who?
Dustin.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I finally figured out who my mysterious seller was.
There we go.
He wouldn't tell us.
He wouldn't tell us. But, so anyway, if you hadn't seen that video, go back a little bit in the summer, and it is on there. But this was part of, you probably would have saw him if you watched the video.
Yep.
This was one of them. From 1981 vintage Mattel Masters of the Universe Mossman. What's really cool, Daren, is I even have the reissues that they put out within the last year. Yeah, so it was really cool to see a vintage one go out. This was found in the Turtle Tote. Yep, we put in our Turtle Tote, we also have Masters of the Universe and Power Rangers in there in the loose figures. This one's going out to Laura. Hi, Laura. Thank you so much. Enjoy him. And he sold for $6.
Yep.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Just a little bit of a price there. I think took advantage of maybe a 20% off or so. So going out in the AM. Very nice.
And we're also taking every so often, if we get a group of people, like 20, 25 people that like items, one will get a 50% discount. Don't matter what the item is. Somebody in that group, if I do my row through, will get up to 50% off, and one person will get 25% off. The rest will get up to 20%.
Beautiful.
Depending on how often we've had them around.
Right. This was early on that we had media before the media. But we had some media that we had gotten earlier in the year, and this was one of them was stored differently. But this is 1999 20th Century Fox French Kiss DVD. This was by Meg Ryan and Kevin Kline. Lucy also took advantage of the 20% off.
Awesome.
And again, this is going out to Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Thanks so much for $4.95.
$4.95.
Beautiful. Going out to you in the AM. All right, and next up.
Was that the old man buy?
I really don't know what buy it is. It's getting to that point.
Yeah, we're getting a lot flowing through here, aren't we?
Getting to that point. All right. And you must have found this on the right wall.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I still have one left on the Atom
actually,
shelf.
it's on the left wall.
So I have one left on the Atom shelf. This is from 1994, Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Did I get the correct one? Double check.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard. I think so, but I will make sure before I pack it.
I'm pretty sure I did, but just in case my eyes are wrong with the color.
I always look at the front of the card and the back of the card, because there's times that I've shipped out the right figure with the right outfit, but the card was totally different, and I got the message when the person got it. They liked the card that's in the picture. So I'm assuming, Daren, but I will check once I'm inside. 1994 Playmates Toys Deep Space Nine, Captain Jean-Luc Picard. They also took advantage of the 20% off. Going out to Zachary. Hey there, Zachary. Thanks so much. For $7.98. Again, we do have one more of this kind left in our various inventory here. One viewer actually said, you know, looking at your toy barn, it gives me anxiety. I'm thinking, I hope that's a good thing, right?
You must never have worked in a inventory palace. Yeah.
I love it. Keep it. We gotta have it all over. You know, the rafters. I don't care, right?
If you're a seller and you don't have a buttload of inventory, you're not going to be able.
And James, if you're watching from the Great Reseller Life, and if you haven't seen him, go ahead and watch him, give him a peek. But James, when I watch your videos and I see all of your inventory, I get psyched. I get pumped. You know, I like to see people with their inventory.
And speaking of James, I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
James said he's going to be coming up Indiana way, so you got a video to watch of James.
What?
And he said if people want to, he didn't describe us per se.
No.
But he said if you're on that route, he said feel free to hook up with me.
Well, you know what? We might just
do
that, James.
He's got a there's an event going on. I can't remember the name right now, but.
Was that a Today video?
It was today's video. So you want to watch the one that I had watched while I was working, and you know, we might just.
I might say hello.
Hit James and his wife up. And just
Jan, yeah.
And see if we can't find some stuff together.
That'd be fun. That would be fun.
Spend a night in a hotel.
There we go. I'd work a deal there somewhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, I had to dig this one out before we hit record, but it was needed to. It had to go out tomorrow, so I had to do it. Must have sold this afternoon. 1936 silver walking Liberty half dollar BU to Gem BU, and it shows if you see it here, you see the shine, you see the goodness. 1936 and looking that pretty.
4 o'clock.
Looking that pretty in 1936, not too bad.
Right. They
took advantage of the 20% off discount that is available. Going out to Lewis. Hey, Lewis, thank you so much. Wow, Darren, and this sold for $119.98.
Yep,
beautiful.
It did. I appreciate it.
Very, very nice and worth it, guys, because you're looking at condition.
Yeah, that's worth putting in an album if you can.
Especially the older it is, the more it is in a better condition, for sure. Darren never fails to amaze me. He always sells some kind of coins all the time. That's basically how we started out back in the day when we first started all of this.
It used to be my primary love, and as you know, you just get where you want to do different. You know what I mean?
Now, this one didn't have to go out tomorrow, but I'll just throw it in a comic mailer anyway and send it off. This one is the 2023. This must have been your yard sale buy at Texas Pike. Because Darren found a comic guy and got some really good crossover comics, guys, that were amazing. This particular one is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love the crossovers.
Yep.
Very amazing.
Well, you notice I always grab them when I see them because you've got two genres there, and that means two fan settings. That
right here,
if one group wants it because of Power Rangers, the other group might want it because of Turtles, so the value a lot of times will climb just because of the extra pressure.
Wow, did you throw out the kitchen sink?
Yes.
He threw out the kitchen sink. This one's going out to Ricky. My goodness, this is such a good comic in good condition, and it sold for $3.
Yep.
Amazing.
I gave him a deal because
he couldn't
sent an
refuse.
Offer, and that happened to Roe at the time.
All right, I'm going to pass on 1, 2, 3 of these because we got to find them. They'll have to be in the Tuesday video. But we got one. Darren never seems to fail. We got records on my site, and now record of what is this, a 33?
That's a
33. I'm trying to learn. I was in that era, guys. I'm that old, but it's just coming back to me since we haven't used them for so long. Christmas. Everybody's been enjoying your Christmas records.
Yes, they have.
We sold a Jackie Gleason a couple weeks ago. They're loving it. There was another one. There was like a couple.
I sold a couple of Johnny Mathis.
Okay. Here's one right here.
Yep.
Johnny Mathis, Merry Christmas Columbia LP, was found in our upstairs media when we got the 33s up there. Going out to Henry. Hey, Henry, thank you so much. Woo, sold for $6.38 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. Wow. To find a record like that for $6.38.
I used to have 3 of them. I don't know if I sold them all or not.
This one, particularly? It was only a one quantity.
Yeah, because I had 3.
Okay.
So it's sold out then.
I don't know.
So we're gone.
I don't know, but this is nice. Where are you going to go to find a record for that cheap? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's the truth. And Darren still made a bunch of money on it because he got a bundle at a yard sale. So
Yes,
good deal. So that is all that is going out for tomorrow. Like I said, Darren probably has about 3 or 4 pending, and then a couple more to change.
Right.
We don't know what it is or know what it's about. So
well, I've got a couple more things just to tell you today on the site on eBay.
All
Speaking
right.
about eBay.
Okay.
We've had a rash of purchases and cancellations. So it seems like whatever's happening, I don't know if it's people are screwing up, not taking the time reading all the ifs, ands, and buts, locations of what shipping's going to cost if it gets to them from where they are.
So we had one last night, and then we had some today?
We've had 3 today.
Oh, my mercy.
So there's been a rash, and so that would put, if I've got my math right, 4, and I want that to end because that's a nuisance and a pain.
Yeah.
And it just sucks up listings.
I had to interpret one cancellation because it was written in Spanish. And I was like, what is he saying? I had to tell him. But, yeah, there's just a lot of, just like in the last 24 hours, which is just painful.
Guys, it's been a lot of people. And I always give this number, 1,000 feedbacks and less. But they didn't even have that many. Most of them have been less than 50.
Right,
so
that's
that
crazy.
is why we have the policy we do about people with so low feedback only being able to deal with us so much on things, because this is what tends to happen with newer buyers.
It's true, and also too, when they do that and you cancel and relist, it takes your free listings.
Yeah.
You know, but they're not free because you're paying the store subscription.
Well, eBay leads you to believe I will relist it for free. Yeah, it's relisted for free, guys, as long as you don't have it. As long as you've got the free listing.
You're paying for it, and what if you're almost at the end of your limit? That takes more of your limit, and you can't sell or add to the pile because you're at that limit.
Well, we've got 2 stores on eBay currently, and I don't plan on ever getting any more. But we've got 2 stores, and 2 stores are both wanting to grow.
Did you see that?
That's important. So you got to keep in mind, you don't want to burn through your listings for no reason.
Guess what? I am now, and I have been for a while, I'm no longer 0 feedback. I'm up to 10.
Yay.
I feel I got muscles now a little bit. I mean, I've sold way more than 10 items, maybe close to 50 to 75 items.
50 to 70, yeah.
But I'm up to 10 feedback, all positive, beautiful, fantastic. But it's like,
what feedback you get?
And I'll have people say, well, did you give them? Yes. But they don't return. You know what I'm saying? So it's rough. Where would Daren be today in the year 2000 if he would have got every single item sold with feedback?
I'll tell you exactly where I'd be at. 29,000 plus feedbacks.
Yeah, because we sold, especially in those first years,
and that's
hundreds
counting,
of orders.
Guys. Now you guys look at all these numbers. That's including multiples, because I had, for instance, just last month, one sale. I think we had like 10 sales to one person. Well, you get 1. Okay, right. So if you truly got all the feedback you truly deserve, just from normal one-person buyers, that's a lot of feedback. But then you get the multiples, and we deal a lot of times with multiple return buyers that won't buy. Like Kathy right there, she had a 4-person sell or 4-item sell. Well, she's going to get 1.
Right, and that's the big thing. Is not just that, but even just how much percentage where they buy and they disappear forever and ever. So, it's so hard to think about because it would just be in the hundreds of thousands. Honestly, for 25 years, just a lot of
stuff. Items. If you got it all now, like you said, I'd say at best we'll be about 30-some thousand if we got all the multiples, 30 plus. But I mean, if we got if you got all those multi-lists, I mean, we used to, and we have done it where I've sold up to 500 coins to a person before.
Well, on Yahoo auctions, which no longer exists, at least in the USA, one day we woke up and I just died laughing because I was so tired. I was up till 3 a.m.
the night before
packing coins and coins and coins. And he said, "What is so funny?" I said, "We just sold 100 items on Yahoo." He goes, "Don't kid around like that." I said, "Look." He walked over at the time to the desktop because back then, no smartphones, no iPads. He looked at the computer, was like, You're not kidding. I was like, nope. So,
and then
happy
throughout
digging.
the day, we got another 31.
Yeah.
Same time, same
Yeah.
site. Not including eBay, not including Blue Jay, not including Madcap Toys or WeBids or anywhere else. Because we had at one time.
We had a lot of
we
sites.
was at 20-some sites, and you know, then Yahoo became our primary because let's just be honest with you, we was doing better sales on Yahoo, which doesn't exist now.
With Google checkout,
yeah.
which doesn't exist now.
And so much going on that, and we didn't have to pay fees.
Yeah,
so that was a big savings during that time.
It was. So just think of all. I mean, to have that kind of busyness again. If I had to get him in his pajamas to help me pack or help me find, I'm going to do it. You know,
I remember one time my 3 boys were griping because said, "Okay, Dad needs you. Everybody on deck." We all went in there, opened up books. We pass them around, go through so nobody missed nothing. We found every coin. Took 4 hours, but we found every coin the guy had ordered. But they were good coins, right grades, right everything.
I miss my boys for that. They're all grown.
Yeah, we appreciate them kids. And, you know, they thought they got worked hard, but they got a lot of rewards from
And one of them has his own eBay store. But
Yes,
yeah,
they do.
it is crazy. But they know what it takes. They learned typing class in homeschool was listing.
Yeah.
We taught them. They know how to type. My youngest is an insurance agent, and that kid can't.
Even taught them.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How to come up with the price.
Yes.
Because we told them, we sat down and showed them how to do it because I wanted them to know every aspect. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I personally believe more and more people are going to become self-employed.
Yeah, and basically, what did you say there?
I said basically because we did get cut off, guys, that the economy
Okay.
is not what it looks like or is at this time.
No.
It can always change, and you have to become a little bit more independent or independent-minded, maybe,
Right.
I guess, right?
Exactly. We always got to think outside of the box, right? Not have all of our eggs in one basket, and that's what we try at Madcap Toys to stay to do is always be thinking outside of the box. All right, guys. Well, the camera wanted to go to bed, so we're going to put it good bed, good night. We're going to go ahead and get this all packed, stacked, and ready for the AM, but you have been fantastic, and until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.